Okay, so this is real time. You can see where he's getting really uncomfortable, really shady. Right here, he does a little snap. I just stand there, wait for him to be done, kind of give him some pressure. He does pee on the treadmill right there too, like, this is mine. So I walk away, I grab my treat pouch. I'm gonna grab a slip lead and loosen him up. And he's like, oh, hey, food, I can do food. But right in that beginning, he was so uncomfortable with me getting close to him that you could see where he was just, it pushed him over his threshold of a hard no. So I'm walking back up to him, and his body language is a lot more relaxed. He's still uncomfortable, but he always picks a door when we first start training to really just, this is my safe space. So I'm grabbing another slip lead that's a little bit longer that I'm going to switch him out on. I'm going to give him a treat. He's like, okay, I'll take it. And then in just a moment, I'll get that slip lead on, have a little bit more space, and then we start training, and he's fine after that. But that very first little snippet is a snippet of him just really not being comfortable, really saying a hard no. And I was like, nope, I'm still doing this. And then off we go. And look at the tail, look at those ears. He's like, okay, no big deal. I guess I'll do this. Really interesting behavior. And it means that he's finally comfortable enough trying to show me that he has a boundary that we need to maintain. And that's a phenomenal sign in dog behavior. The more that a dog is comfortable with us, the more that the dog is willing to show the negative behaviors, it means that we can finally address them, truly and honestly address them. Now, I do have Ashley off to the side. She's one of the managers that's working on becoming a trainer, and I am teaching her as the same time as I'm training Ham. I'm using him as a case study to talk about fear behavior and how to build up a dog with confidence and stuff like that, and also the theoretical side. So if I'm gesturing or talking, that's what you see. So right here, I'm just we work on all of his core skills. So we work on our leash pressure, we're working on our slip lead focus, we're doing our sit, we're doing our down, and he does them really well. And I'm not using peanut butter, I'm using just basic treats, which again, they're still nice basic treats, or nice beef treats, but still. And you can see the moments where he kind of like, oh, I'm scared. And then he's like, oh, I'm fine. And then, oh, I'm scared. And then, oh, I'm fine. So it's a lot of tolerance building. It's a lot of finding those solutions of how to problem solve and how to build his confidence. Now, in just a moment, you're going to see me pull out the flirt pole. Again, I was like, hey, mom says you like this. And I tried to give it to him, and he was like, no, I'm not okay with this. Like, you could just see his like, yeah, we're not doing this. So I say, okay, and I put it up. Again, give him an opportunity to try playing with it. The more that I work with him, the more comfortable he gets each time. It's always towards the last of our session, he might want to. And he was interested in this toy because it squeaked. And I get a whoo-hoo, but then he was like, I'm not going to pick it up in my mouth. I'd rather boop you for treats. So I pulled out a puzzle feeder ball. So this is just a kiddie pool with a bunch of plastic balls in it. And I'm tossing more treats in there. There's already treats in there. Because he's a little bit more food motivated, he has to stick his face in. The balls are going to touch his face. He has to sniff for them. This is a great mental engagement piece. You can use a cardboard box. You can use a towel. You can use food. You can use treats. You can use his dinner time. Really, it's about how he's going to problem solve through it. doing this for his meal times, doing this as a snack throughout the day, really will help him build that confidence because he has to figure it out himself. Now, towards the end of this, I do sit down on his level and do some basically like touch therapy where, hey, I'm on this level. Can I give you some touch? And I work on consent based. So I'm going to touch him. I'm going to push him just a little too uncomfortable. And then I pull back and I give him the opportunity to decompress and then see if he wants to offer it again. Also, that little star thing is another version of a puzzle feeder. There's a ton of treats in there, so I spin it for him. And you can see where he's like, oh, I want to, but I don't know. Oh, I want to, I don't know. But that's where I talked a little bit when you picked him up today about puzzle feeders, because it's about problem solving. It's about building up that confidence. And there he's doing it. He's getting all of his treats. And I'm right in close proximity, which is amazing. And then right here, I just sit, I let him kind of process. So whether he's getting treats there or he's going to come and get treats from me, the idea is that he gets to come up to me on his choice, which helps him have consent. A lot of times dogs lose the version of consent like we see as humans, where, you don't want to be touched without being asked. So this is where I give him some pets, and you can see where he really wants to like it, especially around his neck. And then I stop and he's like, can you do a little bit more? And then I go back and petting him, and I wait for his body to shift and change. I'm watching his eyes, I'm watching his ears, really letting him kind of dictate how far we go with this and what we do with it. So let me know if you have any questions. He did really good today. This was just a snippet from today. But yeah, it's good news.